They said people traveled from across the country and around the globe to be part of the PlayStation experience today. And if I were them, I'd be pissed. Because the only thing that I experienced was complete and utter disappointment. The biggest games shown were Uncharted 4, and I mean, they didn't even show gameplay for that. They showed off a cutscene and the introduction of dialogue options. And think about it, this game was first teased back in 2013. And it's like the only game that you can count on being at every single conference. Well, I'll take that back. You got No Man's Sky too. But it appears that the philosophy with some of these games is delay. That way we have a game that we can show you at these conferences. Because if it wasn't for that, there wouldn't be a whole lot here to show you. At least if you're looking for AAA experiences. Now, if you're into mobile games, they definitely got you covered as far as that's concerned. The other big game that was shown off was Final Fantasy VII, the remake, which is, quote, a console debut. Which is just another way of saying, yeah, it's going to be on other platforms than PlayStation 4. And then the rest of it was all remaster after remaster and indie after indie. No Horizon, no God of War, all these studios that are supposedly making games, no Gran Turismo, no Last Guardian, which makes me wonder just how far into development these games actually are. And if they're not also going to see a delay and get pushed back so we can continue to see, it pop up every few months at another show. And I swear, if I had just tuned in and I didn't realize what I was watching, like I was just flipping through the channels, and I stumbled across it, I would have thought I was watching a mobile game conference, because that's what a lot of these games look like. They didn't even end the conference with one of their first-party studios. They ended with some game from Epic, and I doubt that anybody remembers the name of it. And then the show just ended, and everybody was like, wait, was that it? I thought it was maybe an intermission or something, because I'm like, Sony isn't going to end their PlayStation experience not even showing, one of their games. Not even showing a big, drop the mic moment. It was just that. Like, something was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen. Because, everybody was waiting around for something, anything to be excited about. And Sony's Sean Layden came out, and he said he didn't think that he needed to come back on stage because he felt that the Epic trailer for a game that nobody probably remembers the name of was the drop the mic moment that was fabulous. That was literally his quote. He said, quote, it was a drop the mic moment that was fabulous. Give me a break. You gotta pick up the mic before you can drop it. And I just also read an interview with Yoshida where another media outlet asked him, where are the big games? Where were the announcements? Where's the first-party studios? And Yoshida said this has been the biggest year in terms of big announcements in his career. Let me repeat that in case it didn't go through. Yoshida said that this has been the biggest year in terms of big announcements in his career. And this was always the plan, for the other shows to get the big game announcements and for PlayStation Experience to be for smaller games and indies. So, basically, if you were expecting something great, then that's your fault. Look, if this was the biggest year for announcements, then maybe it's time for me to go ahead and jump off this ship. I can't blame anybody but myself, because Yoshida told us early on the number of AAA games was getting smaller, but they still had a ton of indies for everybody to enjoy. And that VR demo that they had on stage, you gotta see this if you haven't. It was a complete disaster. The games that they showed for VR looked absolutely horrible. The one game that drew some of the biggest applause lines, which, these people were applauding for anything that showed up on screen, it was called Job Simulator. Because, everybody's dreaming of just working at a fast food joint so they can make below minimum wage. Working for trophies is so much fun. In the end, I thought that it was a shit show and an utter disappointment. And I'm upset because I'm kind of getting tired of waiting on this greatness, It was wait till this year. Wait till E3. Wait till the game show. Wait for Paris. wait for the PlayStation experience. And now it's wait till next year.
Are you listening? Damn.